a hole in geometry. There is a little feature in here called boolean. Boolean is by far the most evil thing that you could ever imagine on the face of this planet when it comes to a new modeler. Okay, let me demonstrate what a boolean is, shall we? Okay, we got a box. Okay? And I want a round hole to be carved within the box. So what usually people will do, they'll take one of these things. Okay. Keep in mind I haven't done this in a while, so if I get it wrong, first off, I never, hardly ever touch boolean. So what they'll do, they'll grab a box, a square, and there's a thing called boolean, and this is where I always get screwed up. There's union, difference, and intersect. Okay, so I think it's union. Okay, and what union does is join the two meshes together. Okay, that's fine, but I wanted it to have a hole in the center, so I'll hit Control Z. Okay, in which case they'll both be selected still, so I can go over here and try out the other ones. Difference, we'll put a hole down the center. Okay, now, I don't know if anybody's taken geometry before, but I would say that this is a bad hole. Why? Well, you have a face that's made up of 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 30 edges. Okay, if I hit 3, man, is that ugly, right? That's Boolean operations. Never do this as a professional, ever. Let me show you how to make a square peg round hole. Okay, in here, let's grab this mesh that I just made. This one right here. And let's go in here and divide it some. Now, if I go into the actual editor here and go to Polycube, I can choose more levels of subdivide. Okay, by highlighting all 3, middle mouse button, click and dragging, I can basically do this. Now, there's 2 different ways people will approach this also, I've noticed. Yeah, I'm a study of human. Okay, here, try one. They'll go into their top view and take the face and delete it out. So I have a hole that goes all the way down. Okay? And this is how they'll generally approach it. They will grab an edge and then another edge, the one on the top, and they can bridge those. And if I choose it to have 0 subdivides, basically it allows me to go in here and fill that hole. Okay, that's the long way to do it, but I'm just going to keep continuing to do it because I want to show you the fast way to do it. Okay, the only bad thing about doing it this method is these vertexes are not glued together. So what you have to do is go to vertexes, grab all the vertexes, and edit mesh, merge them. That's just an extra step. Okay, so there we go. We have our object with a hole in it, and if I hit 3 on the keyboard, you'll get this object. And if I wanted to clean it up a little bit, I would just simply insert an edge loop. Oh, let's say here, which look what happens. See how it fails? Okay, the only way to repair that, and that's one of these things that happens when you merge vertices, is I have to do this. I know this is a lot to take in, but trust me, you're going to thank me later for this. File, export selection. I want to export as an OBJ. Now, your OBJ exporter is probably not on, so I'm going to go to Plugin Manager and turn on OBJ export and export selection. on the desktop as an OBJ and call it boxy. Now when I import it back in here, you're going to find that it's repaired. Why? No clue. Import boxy. There it is. And now it allows you to insert an edge loop around the inside of it. Now still, that's a lot to do, right? I mean, really, and that's just kind of a bug thing. I don't know. By deleting type history, I don't think that's even going to work. Nope. So that's how you fix things like that. Now in the next video, I'm going to show you something that's just going to, rock your world, because I never had to do any of that, and I could probably do it in like 3 steps.